Cruikshank Dos Santos. This is a tough fight. Cruikshank 2-2 of his last 4.
Yeah.
That's not a great record. Now he's lost.
My opponent, everybody knows, is well experienced, is a fantastic striker, but I am looking forward to this fight. I'm going to face this guy from beginning to end. I am not going to back down. I will set the pace. Crazy enthusiasm. He's been wanting to come to Japan, loves coming to Japan, competing in Japan altogether. He says the Japanese fans are absolutely
I had no chance to
this guy has
get
7
away.
of the last 9 wins
I
by
can't
He's got
escape
7
my own
knockouts.
escape.
Talking about his son and his wife back in
Even
the freedom.
when it's
He wants to come home and deliver
red
some wonderful
stains,
news and some great news
straight.
to his
Selection.
family that, hey,
Look, girl, just lean over and say,
3, 2, 1. Round 2. Capture the objective.
Thank you.
Auf einer Skala von 1 bis 10.
This is not the objective.
That which doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
Hiya!
This will heal you.
The objective is mine!
This time, I'll finish the job. Don't worry, my friend.
Heroes never die!
Just how I like it.
Огонь по готовности! Power of destruction. यही परम भागीदारी है
Ultimate is charging.
I can Darren still has to protect himself. He's got to be careful of those exchanges. As long as Sonic is doing, he's still going to throw in a friendly reminder to our international audience, Frank. These rounds
My will made real. Triple kill. Score 1-1.
every single time. He's going high, he's going low, his leg kicks. The only thing
Executing pre-combat routines. Optimizing strategy.
and foot kicks. As a result, it's going to be very easy to start timing those now as you get into the second round.
By the looks of it, Darren Cruikshank did not pack any submissions in his suitcase for this fight here. Clearly, he's going for some knockout or TKO victory.
What do you call it? Oh, call time to fix his glove.
Yeah.
Reposition.
I still believe there's something wrong with the
Oh,
finger.
you're saying, you said earlier.
Yeah.
You said not for well, so, underneath, for those folks who
Yeah.
here it's different. You have to go back and take a look at it. But those stoppers, you can't just sit there.
He's done. Looks like he's done. Darren has already got his hands up. Darren Cruikshank has his hands up. Nope, the ref. No, we're gonna go. All right. There we go. Round 2.
So one of those kicks he must have got blocked by his hand.
This.
The ultimate is almost ready.
And that's what it looked like instantly when you made the first request. And you look down, and it didn't look like it was a quote-unquote glove or work with my foot. He was trying to pull the finger out. Now he's pulling on stick. Those slow moves like this. Then you open it. Oh my goodness. 1-2 combination, steps to the right and throws a reverse right kick. Unbelievable.
Nice position. A little bit outside the distance. He was just about 2-3 inches closer. He would have caught him full side of the head.
I mean, from our vantage point here, ringside, Darren bites down on that mouthpiece. You know there's something really hard coming.
Yeah, that's Darren's only real tell.
Yes.
So everything he does, obviously, he starts biting down. You see him close his mouth. You know he's getting ready to feel hard.
I think the Santos is being close the distance a little bit. He's becoming a little more aggressive here. Trying to time his combination. He's got left kick though. More left kick. Darren's doing a great job though, catching a kick on the opposite side and throwing, but he is dropping that head. That's so high. His right kick, throw a couple low leg kicks behind. Darren throws the right hand to the body, throwing with a lot of force, not following with the left hook. It could be something to big the hand down. Darren also throws a very choppy leg, boxing style. He throws the right hand, if he connects with it hard, he's actually throwing you to the ground. It just cuts down to the ground. You can hear Darren Cruikshank's corner right now telling him to continue to move his head. He stopped moving his head for a bit, and they're yelling for head movement.
Caught on that one, he stepped in. So Darren put him off the rope. This one rope is left off the rope.
Nobody die. Nobody die.
Mix it up a little bit. There's nothing
Yeah,
and he's got some good grappling skills now. I don't
Stay
see why he
grip.
wouldn't set
Stay
up
heel.
against the ropes, especially since he
Oh, yeah,
has
baby.
so much energy to get him.
Find their weakness and
The back of his left leg now is beginning to show the right side of his face. So Darren's bruising for the shots as they land are more on Darren right now, but Darren can feel that he's not on the southpaw here. Playing down that mouthpiece, throwing those combinations when he can. Usually when Darren, I shouldn't say usually, but when Darren goes for a southpaw hand, that left leg. Back to orthodox.
let's get on
I mean, Santos here with a minute 44 left to go here in the second round here. I believe he needs to pick up the pace here.
Yeah, you have to. You have to start looking at the fight as a whole right now. Pushing so that's the case. You gotta start pushing the pace of your own. Then we're gonna start pushing the pace and try to, if not steal this round, steal a fight. Of course, there's one more round to go. One more round to go.
Oh, nice. He checked that kick and came around with a left spin. There's a right. Oh, my goodness.
can turn around quick enough though to see where he's going. So fast, so fast, it doesn't matter. It's almost like the old-fashioned George Foreman haymaker. He has his eyes closed as hard as he can. If he catches the elbow, it's still breaks your hand.
Looking side kick coming. Uses his hips over. There it is. Went for the knee. He follows up with a left cross down the middle. Stays in orthodox stance though. 35 seconds to go here. Round 2, scheduled for 3. From any angle.
He's so fast with his legs, so fast with his sets when he spins. And it comes from really unorthodox, not like that one, it comes from a really unorthodox position. He sets you up early in the round with, oh, this position I throw a 1-2. Okay, now I really throw a 1-3. Now all of a sudden I'm not even throwing anything, I'm using the exact same leg motion, so you're waiting for the 1-2, and it's a spinning back kick, or a spinning back fist. You're like, now what do I do?
2 rounds in the book, opening bout here. Ryzen Fighting Federation 11. Darren Cruikshank taking on Tom Santos. Here we look at some of the action here. There's Darren with the run. Throws a low leg kick. And there's the combination. Boom, and he throws the left there just a little early. Santos did try to answer back with the right though, Frank.
And it was a little bit low, so it catches him on the shoulder, bounces up, and then hits him in the head. If there was no status of it hitting in the head, he would have caught him flush and hard, and that would have been the one that would have finished him.
What are you telling Tom Santos if you're in his corner right now?
You got to start moving forward. You got to cut him off. You got to put him in a corner and trap Cruikshank. So the only options he has is the spin. But the only option he has is do something out of desperation. You have to make Darren get desperate on you to try to finish the fight, and you'll be able to catch him. Because the better accurate striker is Santos. He's the better, more well-rounded seasoned striker, but he's not seeing it here because Darren is hitting with so many different angles.
Third and final round here. Darren Cruikshank, Tom Santos. Quick prediction from Frank Trigg here. Do you think we're going to see a takedown attempt here?
I'm saying no.
These boys just going to stand and trade the whole rest of these 5 minutes?
Well, let me throw the